Last night I went to the cinema to see a new release, and it is easily one of the most bonkers and batshit crazy movies of this year. And this movie is called They Will Kill You, starring Zazie Bates. Now, I'm going to tell you about this movie, but I'm not going to tell you too much about the story, purely because I thought the trailer gave away a lot, but in the end it didn't really. So the story revolves around Zazie Bates' character rocking up to a hotel on her first day on the job as a maid to clean that hotel and to basically work there and live there. But what ends up happening is she gets trapped in this hotel with a bunch of Satanist cult members. And that's basically, story level, all I can tell you about this movie without going into too much spoiler territory. But what happens over the 90-minute condensed runtime is that Zazie Bates goes on a massive killing rampage against these Satanists, and it is entertaining, but it's absolutely crazy, and it will leave you walking out of that cinema saying, what the fuck have I just watched? It's one of those movies. Within about 10 minutes, Zazie Bates' character is inside this hotel, and the action begins, and it does not slow down until that 90 minutes is up. And one of my favorite things about this movie were the action sequences. There's a really wide kind of angle that's used for these fight scenes, and it makes it really nice because you're constantly like in the shot without like a lot of cuts and without being kind of like really close up. You can see everything going on, and the choreography in these fights is really, really top tier as well. I thought for creativity, they get bonus points because it was really well done. Even the music that plays within these action sequences, it's just like, it hypes you up and it makes these scenes like 10 times cooler. And yeah, that was my favorite part about this movie, the action sequences. And there is like 4 or 5 really memorable ones. In terms of the story, as I said, I can't really give too much away, but look, the story is okay. But in the third act, it really goes a way that I personally didn't see coming. Yes, this movie is about Satanists, but the third act is like just bonkers, batshit crazy, and like some of you will be like, hell yeah, and others will be like, nah, this is just a step too far for me. I don't really know where I sit right now, but all I will say is that the third act did lower the score a little bit, but overall, look, this movie, it is entertaining, it's bonkers, it's crazy, it's probably not what you're going to end up expecting from it. The action scenes are really cool, the creative camera work as well is actually really cool. The comedy, I feel, does weigh it down. This is an action horror comedy. I think if they just stuck with action and horror, it would have been a little bit better. The comedy elements and the cheese cringe moments do weigh it down a bit. But overall, I'm going to give They Will Kill You 6 out of 10, 3 stars. I do think it's entertaining and I enjoyed my time with it. If you want to go see it, it's out right now in Irish cinemas. If you plan on seeing this or you've seen it already, let me know. There is mixed reviews for this one. I kind of sit right very much in the middle of it. It's entertaining, but it is just a bit too crazy for me. But overall, for the creativity and the entertainment value, it is worth a watch. If you like this review and you want to see more, please drop me a follow.